Look how much shallower it is in here.
Oh my gosh, it's shallow.
That is a smaller combustion chamber, raises the compression without having to use pop-up pistons.
Okay.
Flat top pistons will still have a high compression. And I may go ahead and grind the valves on this whole head and clean it up a little bit more and put it on her. But
we may have to lock the dog up if we're
anyway,
going to do videos.
and if I do that,
yeah.
this regulates manifold.
Okay.
I've got this manifold here.
What does it do?
It's a bigger manifold. It's off of a Super H or something.
Uh-huh.
And somebody broke one flange off.
Oh, no.
But see that carburetor?
Yes.
That bigger carburetor? That's for an M.
Okay.
I'd put an M carburetor on there. But that flange just broke off.
Well, that's easy enough to fix.
Yep. What I'll do is I'll take and drill a hole.
Super glue it.
I'll drill a hole in it right here. Right through. All the way through.
Okay, all the way through.
And take a 3/8 tap and I'll tap that.
Uh-huh.
Now I'll get me a piece of 3/8 all thread and screw in there
Uh-huh.
and Loctite it.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll heat it up and bend it where it lays right down here where the stud was.
Whoa.
It sticks down about that far. And that'll hold that carburetor.
That is right.
But anyway,
So we'll super
I may
glue.
put this bigger, if I change that head, I'm gonna put this bigger manifold on it. I'm make me a souped up tractor.
Souped up tractor.
I might take it to the tractor.
No, you don't need a souped up tractor. You can't hardly drive down the road good.
I know it. I'm getting that way. I usually when we go somewhere, I just soon Debbie drove that way I can gawk and swivel and
Yeah, but it's not good when I gawk too.
I know. Every once in a while I'll mention something and she'll see it and she'll run off the
Yeah,
edge of the road.
yeah, and I'm like, I'm driving.
Quit telling me about stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're having fun enjoying the warm weather.
Oh gosh, it's wonderful. I've got the clothesline full again.
Yep. Yeah.
Enjoying life,
I
enjoying the
thought I'd come out and
sunshine.
do a video on that, how you pressurize that block. And if you got one of these old tractors that's overheating,
Yeah? Take it to Ricky Walker's.
no,
No?
you can take this cover off right here.
Okay, let me get close. Yep, take that cover off. And run it with that cover off.
No.
No?
And behind that cover's a water jacket. And a lot of times that water jacket's all limed up and you can get just get a screwdriver, a hammer, and beat on that lime a little bit. You know, you don't want to use your chisel or anything.
Can't you just pour vinegar in it?
Yeah, and then that's why I just fixed to say you can spray vinegar on it and it'll soften it up and everything.
Well, I would just put vinegar in it instead of antifreeze and
But,
run
you
that
know,
for a while.
I thought people that bought water were stupid,
Yeah?
and I have learned to buy water. If
Yeah?
you're going for your radiators and stuff and your tractors,
Yeah?
go ahead and buy it, spend your money and buy that
Distilled?
distilled water and put it in there. It ain't got all them minerals and stuff. That
Don't
well
drink
water.
it. It tastes, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's distilled water. It's been boiled.
Yeah, but distilled,
It's been
I'm
boiled
thinking
and turned
of,
to steam, and then
I'm thinking of some
then
stuff
let
in it.
condense
Make it
back-
taste good.
Let it condense back to water again.
Yeah, yeah.
And it ain't got any impurities with it, and it'll make your engine run a lot cooler and everything.
Well, don't you think maybe we ought to drink it? Because we're probably all limed up.
Yeah, well, minerals.
See,
stuff
this isn't fat on me. This is lime.
Oh, okay. I think there's acids in your stomach to eat any of them minerals.
No,
you have.
they've missed a bunch of mine.
Okay. But anyway. Oh. I had a carburetor for this tractor.
And what'd you do to it?
I put it in some,
And it dissolved.
I put it in some vinegar.
And it dissolved.
And I boiled it on the stove and I cleaned it up. And after I cleaned it up, the castings cracked on it all over. It was already that way.
It was dissolving.
I bought it at auction for $5, but the float was good in it, so I
Oh,
got my money's
my.
worth.
Got your money's worth. Wow.
So,
I'm glad you feel that way.
well, them floats is
Oh,
expensive.
that's the way you got to look at it. Yes, you're
You always look at stuff.
look for
best
the
way.
bright side. Yeah,
best way.
yeah, the bright side in anything.
And that dog got sharp teeth.
Yes, he bit Grandpa.
What happened? I lost a screw a while ago, and I went in there and I got my magnet and was dragging that magnet around on the ground to pick up that screw, and that dog come up and he bit me and he drawed blood.
Oh, yeah, he's got some sharp chompers.
Yeah, he got sharp teeth.
I told you need to take a file to him, file his teeth down.
But anyway, that's about all I got to say about that. I had some story I was going to tell, done forgot what it was. Must have been a lie.
Oh, you
You
don't.
can remember the truth.
You don't lie. Oh, God.
I don't know what it was.
What was it?
We had this kid. Everybody picked on him when we was in school.
Uh-huh.
And we had an agri class. You'd have an agri project, you know. And at that time, the school had these pigs. And
I think you've told this story.
No, I haven't told
you
this
just told the story?
you
Okay.
could get these pigs.
Uh-huh.
If you've got you a female pig, and then there's Durocs, they had the red pigs, and you bred that back, and out of the first litter, you had to give agri department two gilts of equal quality to the one you got.
Uh-huh.
So this boy lived in town there, and he got one of them pigs. And one day in agri class, of course he was just 7th grader, but old Donald, he asked the agri teacher, when would be a good time for me to castrate my gilt?
Oh, that's
And everybody picked on him, and he was looking at this real pretty girl. Her name was Debbie. I won't say her last name, but her first name was Debbie. She was nice looking.
Uh-huh.
And she didn't like him looking at him, and she went over and she beat him up. And I guess he went into the army. And he come out of the army, and now he's a giant. I'd hate to make him mad now. He's old like me, but I'd hate to make him mad now. He could pinch your head off. But anyway,
Where's he live at? Maybe I'll go tell him, hey, you
I don't
remember
know where he
Randall?
lives at. I have no idea. But I've seen a picture of him on Facebook.
Wow.
Anyway,
I mean, holy smoly.
yeah,
I'm trying to hold my wows down, and I ain't working at it. It just
But anyway,
not working. Yeah.
Today's a good day today.
Yes, today's a good day. You need to go outside and get you a glass of tea or a cup of coffee and go outside and have
the
fun.
sunshine.
Yes, sit in the sunshine
I got
and
one to
get
tell.
some vitamin D.
Yeah, vitamin D. That youngest boy of ours,
Yeah.
he works inside a store, clerking, behind the counter.
Yeah.
And then when he comes home, you know,
Which is dark.
He's 40.
It's dark. He gets off after 10.
But he stays in the house right up until the time he goes to work, sleeping or playing video games
No, played on his phone.
or whatever he does.
Well, but anyway, get to the point. He went to I made him go to the doctor. I said,
made him go to the
I said, go
doctor.
to the doctor. All you do
And
is
what that doctor
sleep.
tell him?
The doctor told him his vitamin D level was down to 15, and it's supposed to be 150.
Yeah, vampires got a vitamin D level better than 15.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, you need to go sit out in the sun.
Debbie told him, go out there and sit in your car
Yeah.
in the sunshine. Soak up some vitamin D.
Yeah, so far he hasn't done it, but he's been taking vitamin D tablets. He takes them once a week. But anyway, jeepers creepers, I told him, I told the grandkids, I said, don't jump on your dad too hard because you might break him.
Maybe he's practicing to be a vampire.
I
next
have no
life.
idea, but he's not white enough. And he don't dress in black all the time. Oh, but he does have to wear black pants and black shirt. Okay, I take that back. He dresses in black. Anyway, y'all have a great day.
That's part of the fun of having a YouTube channel. You get to embarrass your kids.
Oh, yes.
They embarrassed us when they was growing up doing things, you know.
Oh, gosh.
They do them in public, you know.
Yeah, sometimes
And everybody
they-
look at us like,
Oh,
you
God.
horrible parents. You look what your kids
Just like
did.
the grandkids, I can take the grandkids to town, all 4 of them, and I get so many stares, and I just smile, because, I can't help that they're wild devil dogs. But anyway, y'all have a great day, and be sure and like and subscribe and comment below.
Yeah, I'm going to get in there later on this afternoon and answer all them comments everybody made yesterday. I just hadn't done it.
And be sure and get outside if you can, because it's a party day. Well, it is here in Pocahontas, Arkansas. It's a party day.
Well, somebody said it was going to get up. Guy in Idaho. It's Farmer Dave up in Idaho, or whatever his name is. He's got old tractors and stuff. He said it was supposed to get up 60 up there.
Oh, cool.
In southern Idaho.
Well, enjoy it. And thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great day. And like I said, be sure and like and subscribe and share. And share with your friends, your loved ones, your enemies, the people you hate more than your enemies. And just share.
Shut your yap. Goodbye, good luck.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for watching.
There's Collector on the corner.
Are you sure?
There's the doggy.
He's got a name.
He's our shadow. Wherever we go, he wants to go.
His name is Rusty.
Okay.
Okay.
I watch every video I see on old tractors on YouTube.
I can confirm that.
I watched a lot of them when this weather was so bad.
Yes.
And there's a guy got an OM. And he got it in. It's a good looking M. And
Is
he
his
got
name
it running.
Randy?
He got it running, had a knock in it, and he was fooling around with it.
Uh-huh.
He pulled the drain plug on the oil pan, and there was a quarter or so antifreeze come out, before the oil come out.
Uh-huh.
And he's sitting there talking about he thinks that the sleeve is leaking at the bottom. Is how he's getting that water and oil.
Uh-huh. So what'd he do?
And he carried on that he thinks he's got a sleeves come loose.
Uh-huh.
And some people on there, even in the comments, they said that Squatch 253 had an H and the sleeve got loose and made a knock. Yeah. But an H and M, the sleeve getting loose won't put antifreeze in your oil. It'll dry sleeve engine. They're not a wet sleeve. C's are wet sleeve, A, B, C's. A lot of stuff's wet
I've heard you talk about wet sleeves before.
Well, so that ain't his problem. But what he needs to do,
yes, what's he need
the
to
way
do?
to diagnose that,
Uh-huh.
you pull your oil pan off. Pull the valve cover off. Pull all these spark plugs out.
Boy, howdy, that was quick.
And you get you some plugs and you put right here in these radiator hoses.
Uh-huh. Dirt daubers are
Anything,
best, aren't they?
Pipe fitting, just whatever you can get, Well, you a big piece of wood and stick in there. Clamp them down hose clamps.
Dirt daubers.
Pull this plug out right here on the side of the block.
And then throw it away?
No, then you thread your fitting on there where you can put a pressure regulator on there like you're going to spray paint. You fill that block, that engine up with water, put this top plug in, and you start raising the air pressure on that deal. And you look underneath, you look in your spark plugs, you look on the top here of your cylinder head, and you can put as much as 120 pounds of air on that block. You won't want to do it on your radiator, you blow your radiator up.
Whoa,
but
Nelly.
if you isolate the block
Yes.
from the rest of the tractor, you can put 120 pounds on there. And I'm guarantee you, before you get up to 120 pounds, you'll find that leak. It'll start leaking out somewhere, and you'll find out where it's at. And he's most likely,
Yes.
my guess is, he's got a bad head gasket or a cracked head. And the knock he's hearing is antifreeze water don't compress.
Oh.
And at least a
Kind
half,
of like me and you, we don't mix.
at least half a dozen times in my life I've run on the engines that had bent rods because they'd been getting water on top of the piston. That old D4 I got over to the other place, it had a bent rod because it had a bad pre-chamber, was letting water get on top of that piston. And I run on the Detroit and Skidder that they'd let it rain down the exhaust, and a D7 17A they let it rain down the exhaust. That piston like an inch and a half coming top of the board.
Wow.
But I've run onto it half a dozen times.
Wow.
So what?
Oh, sorry.
He hasn't got a loose sleeve problem.
No.
Not on H or M.
No.
You know, he might have a loose sleeve making it knock, but that ain't where his antifreeze come from. And probably his knock is the thing. Water being on top of
Someone
that
knocking on his door?
Okay, these old H's,
Yeah, what about them?
most of them was distillate burners.
Oh, and I heard that someone wants me to clean all of them. That Randy and some guy, I forget your name, sir, are going to go to auction and buy a bunch of tractors and let me wash them. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll wash them all right. I'll wash them with some kind of acid. It'll turn them into mush. Yeah.
On this side of the engine, there's a little gas tank. You start that tank up, and most of them had a set of shutters that close the radiator off, and a manifold you could turn a valve in there and really get that manifold hot. And you started it up when that temperature got right to the edge of the red where it's overheating.
Uh-huh.
You shut that gas off and you turn this on. You put, there was distillate, kerosene, whatever you call it, in that tank. And distillate burners.
Tannerite?
Well, them old tractors was like 4-to-1 compression, 4.5 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
And this tractor here, it's got this is a power unit.
Yes, sir.
But
I remember you saying that.
It's got the same cubic inches as a Super H. But I checked the numbers on the head, and it's got that low compression head.
I got a low compression head.
And when I was messing with it earlier, I'd put spark plugs, a deal in the spark plug hole, and put the air compressor to it and turn over the valves closed. And number 3 exhaust valve seems to be leaking. So I might just change the head on this tractor.
Uh-oh.
Because I've got something. Here, right here,
Jeepers.
motorcycle gang going by. Right here.
Okay, I'm trying to find you. Oh, that's
This
not
is-
fair when you duck down.
Dog is trying to bite me.
I don't think. Get him, Rusty, get him.
Anyway, that's a 74-78 DA cylinder head.
If you say so.
And this one right here, it's got a valve guide broke off in it.
That
This one right
there
here
a
is-
doggy.
80-13 DC.
No, 43.
43 DC. This is a gas cylinder head.
Uh-huh.
It's for LP or gasoline.
Okay.
And that's for distillate.
Okay.
And the difference is,
One's cleaner than the other.
no, they're the same size.
I said cleaner.
Oh, one. Well, listen
Cleaner.
here. Listen here.
You cleaned it?
No, it was that way when I got it.
Oh.
Somebody been working on it.
Oh, boy.
See? I'll get my ruler.
Oh, boy, your ruler.
If I can get my